Okay, so welcome to another craft and chat, and this is the card I have today. So it's called a floating, I can't remember what it's called, a floating panel card, that's it. And there's actually two ways you can make it, but I've used a way that I saw from Lisa Curcio. So I used her instructions, but I changed it all so that it was in centimeters so that it would fit inside a normal C6. So it's 10.5 tall and it's about 13, just under 14 centimeters from side to side when it's closed. And then to open it, you just simply open those flaps and then you can sit it down, and then this bit opens as well.
Lovely.
And then on the back, actually, I say it's floating, so there's actually a piece that goes right the way across. So that piece, and that piece is all one piece of cardstock. So there's a little bit of cutting involved. Okay. So we're going to start with our piece of coloured cardstock, and I couldn't decide as to what colour I wanted. So I think I'm going to use my piece of Lost Lagoon. And you want to cut it in half on the short side at 10.5 centimeters. Okay.
Yep.
Like so. So there's your 10.5 centimeter piece. And then you want to score it on the long side at 5 centimeters. 10 centimeters. 11.5 centimeters. Okay. And then just for ease, turn the whole thing 180 around and then do 5, 10 and 11.5 on the other end. So 5, 10 and 11.5. Okay, so you've basically got one piece of cardstock. Let's see if I can actually you can see the score lines. So you've got 5, 10, 11.5, and then from that end, and 5, 10 and 11.5 from that end. So then you've got a panel in the middle. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So if you've got a ruler and a pencil, if not, you can use your trimmer. And what you want to do, just use your trimmer. You want to line up your top edge with 2.5. Is it 2.5? Hang on a second. Yes, 2.5. I have that right. And then you're going to take your trimming blade and go from that 10 centimeter line, which are the two there and there, and you're going to cut across. So you're cutting right across that middle panel and those two little small bits. So the nice thing about this is that you can, she says, if I could get my blade to go on, that's it. You can just take your blade from one to the other. Actually, I should just watch it on the camera. So I'm going right across between those two 10 centimeter score lines. And then you're going to do exactly the same thing again. You're going to put it in, line it up with 2.5 centimeters. And again, you're going to cut from that 10 up to the 10. So you'll end up with a piece that has two lines cut like that. Make sense?
Yep.
Yep. And then what you're going to do with a pair of scissors then is you're going to cut up those 10 centimetre score lines just to where that cut comes across. So effectively you're removing, I should say, 2 panels, one at the top and one at the bottom. So you have a piece that looks a bit odd. And those bits we don't need. So effectively you've got 2 panels either side. And then in the middle, you've got 3 panels. So you've got 2 thinner ones and then 1 rectangular one. And some empty space top and bottom. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So next we're going to start doing a little bit of folding. So you're going to fold over those outside panels on themselves to the next one along and give them a really good burnish. Okay. And then you're going to have to remember which way I do it. These 2 score lines here, you want to valley fold.
Yeah.
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 And then the next 2 in, you want to mountain fold. Is that right? Yes. So effectively, when you have it folded correctly, you have that middle panel has like a tuck in it behind, and it sits on top of the panels on the left and the right. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the one thing you need to do is when you fold this panel, these 2 outside panels over, and you want it to go on the inside of the card, you'll find that you may need to trim a little piece off, because you'll find that mine now will not lie flat. So you'd want to trim just to slither off both of those outside edges to make sure it will shut properly. I'm going to do that now. So that when you fold it, that should then fold quite neatly down. Okay?
Yeah.
So it'll be like that. And then you could also put them that way. It's really up to you. Quite like it that way. Okay? Then we're going to cut the panel that goes in the middle, which is, should I find our instructions? 7.5 by 16. So you can take that out of that other piece of cardstock that you had left from that sheet. 16 is a bit of a weird number when it comes to the trimmer. So if, yeah, so you'd have to be careful where it is. It's right on that line. So 7.5 by 16. And then you're going to score it on that long side at 8. Because apparently 2 8s are 16.
Oh, good.
Apparently. So that you're just going to fold into like a little card. And we will eventually be gluing it so that the fold is at the top and it will get glued to this panel here. Like so. But before we do that, we've got to decorate these panels with white cardstock and paper. Okay, so you are going to need 6 pieces of white or vanilla, whatever it is that you've got that goes with your paper. So you need 6 pieces that are 4.5 by 10 centimeters. Okay, so 6 of those, 4.5 by 10. And then you will also need 2 pieces that are 7 by 7.5. So you will have 8 pieces of cardstock, of white cardstock in total. Okay,
Getting there, not there yet though.
it's all right. I know what I'm doing, so I can whiz through it quite quickly. Okay, so 6 lots of 4.5 by 10 and 2 lots of 7 by 7.5. So they're not quite square. How are you doing there, Joanna?
I'm getting there.
Well, shout when you are done.
Yep.
Yeah.
That yep means yes, you're done, or yep, you will shout when you're done.
Yes, I'm done.
Done.
You're done? Okay, right. So as I said, you should have 8 pieces in total of white. So 6 lots of 4.5 by 10 and 2 lots of 7 by 7.5. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So then we're going to move on to your paper. And for that, you're going to want to cut 6 pieces that are 4 centimeters wide by 9.5 centimeters tall. So I'm just going to cut mine further 9.5 tall first. And then I'm going to cut my 4. well, my 4 centimeters and 6 of those. You will not get all 6 out of the one piece of 6 by 6. You'll need the second piece, because that's not wide enough. And you can use all the same paper, or you can swap them out for different ones. It's really up to you. So once you've done cutting the paper, you're going to glue it to the 6 panels of white. Which I would do if I could find my glue. I don't think I brought it over with me. No, there's not much glue in the pot, so I will actually open a new one.
Oh, luxury.
Because I can.
Now I've just glanced up for the first time and realised that you've cut your paper the same way as I have. It's the same paper.
Oh, right, exactly the same.
Obviously telepathic.
Yes. Great minds think alike.
Too mean to have a thought each.
So when you've glued these, guess where they're going? So I've decided that each side will have 2 bits that have got all the nice leaves on, and then one I've turned over, so it's more of a plain pattern.
I've gone the opposite way.
Oh, have you?
I've got more plain than the leaves.
Okay, that's fine.
So I haven't quite copied you.
Yeah. So I went this way because this one's not really going to get seen that much because it's going to be on the inside flap. Oops. Right. So how are we doing?
Not there yet.
So there's a bit of sticking and stuff to do still. And then mostly it's decorating after that. How are you getting on, Joanna?
I'm getting there, but I'm cutting another piece because I don't like the way the pattern lies at the edge.
Okay, fair enough. Trisha,
Yeah, I'm done
you done?
for now.
Okay.
But I know where I'm going,
Okay.
don't worry.
So, right. So with your base card, and I've arranged my pieces in a line, sort of, so those are the bits that are going to go on the right, and these are the bits that are going to go on the left. So you're going to put the first panel on the outside, like so. The second panel will go on the inside, so it's on the back of that front piece, and then the third panel will go there. And then you repeat on the other end. So you have a panel on the front, you have a panel on the middle, on the other side of the front, and then you have a panel on that other panel on the inside. So it will look like that on the inside, or with whatever pattern you've got. Okay?
Yep.
So we are going to do that. And try and be consistent with which way's up and which way's down, otherwise you're going to have a bit of a problem. I guess you could have whatever it is floating off. In my case, leaves, but so because you trimmed those two outside edges, you will have a smaller border on those when it comes to the left and right. But you do want to try and get it so that the white goes straight across, sort of in line on the inside. Thought for a minute I'd gone wrong and put the wrong one on. I'm quite a bit generous with the glue there, but hey. So that is my 6 panels of white and paper now glued to those 6 panels. So when you open if you open the card up fully flat, then you've got 2 on one side which are on the outside panels, and then you've got 4 on the inside on those 2 side panels. Hopefully that makes sense. I try not to make things too complicated. Try. think we've made something similar to this in the past, but we didn't
We
have,
have.
but we didn't have this piece in the middle. We just had those two pieces, and then we just glued something in the middle. So it was just a single panel. It didn't have the advantage of being able to open.
And I have 3 of them made, and I don't know what to do with them now I've got them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, you
They're
send them.
They're part of what's in my pending
Oh,
card.
okay.
But I will show you, and then maybe you will have some suggestions.
Okay, well, we'll do that at the end.
Yeah.
Hopefully polite ones.
Yes, that's why I said we'll do that at the end.
In case we're not polite.
We're always polite.
Well, do it at the bit where the video is off.
Yes, that's what I mean by at the end. Without saying that. So have you all got the 6 panels now on?
Yes.
Just
Joanna?
about. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So this piece, the other piece of coloured cardstock, yes, is going to get glued to here. So you can put your glue on here, but then you want to make sure that it's sort of lined up top and bottom. So equal distance top and bottom at equal distance over the left and right bits. So I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, put up there, but it look a bit silly. And remember, you've got to have the score line at the top. So if you stick the glue on this piece, you're not going to run into problems, because if you put glue all over that, then half of it will stick to the card, the inside of the card, and you don't want that, because then you've effectively lost it being able to open and stuff. I'm just winging this because I can't really see. Not, I can put my head in the way. Wiggle it a bit. Okay. Yes. So what we should now have left are the 2 pieces of white. So remember, these are not square. So first of all, make sure you're putting them on the right way. Figure out which is the right way. Okay. So you have one for the inside of that little card that you can then write on that. You can decorate that if you want to. If you don't, you can just stick that in now. And then this is the piece you're going to decorate to put on here. Okay, so basically all that's left now is decorating. Okay.
Yes.
Right, so I am going to pause the video for the second. I know. There we go. So we're back. And Joanna, would you like to share yours first? I didn't hear that. So
I'm very pleased with your suggestion. So we've got,
very nice. It's pretty.
and then with your dimensionals, that finishes it off.
Yeah.
That's
Excellent.
very
Nice.
serious looking.
Very nice. Okay, Trisha. This is going to be, seeing as you and I have done virtually the same.
Not quite, actually, to be
I
fair.
said virtually.
To be fair, yeah, I've gone with this sort of, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you've done a
Into the
different
inside.
flower on the front.
Yes. And yeah, I've done the pattern paper the opposite way. I think you've
Yes,
had
you
leaves
have,
there,
yeah.
I've got plain.
Okay.
And we've got dragonflies on it, Ring of Stella on it. And
Nice.
and the envelope's done.
Okay. Excellent.
Thank you. Pleased with that. Thank you.
Excellent. Good. All right. I guess I ought to show mine.
Be a good idea.
Right.
Seeing I've seen yours. Okay. So there's my envelope. And then that's my card.
Very nice.
And then I just put a bit of paper on the inside. And then it looks like that when it's open up.
It's
Well,
a
that is
bit of a wriggle to get it to sort of fold, isn't it? You're not quite.
Yeah.
It's got a
But
mind
I
of
mean,
its own.
as I said, it fits quite nicely into the envelope, as you can
Yes.
see. So
But
it's
isn't
not.
how you both used the same DSP?
I
and you've got-
know. That was
Yeah.
totally unplanned.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yes.
But hey, there you go.
And the
Okay,
same
well then
stamp.
that was my first one. So that was from using one of my kits that I got when I did my classes, my Pink Fresh classes. So that's that one. I
I
just
see.
want.
Very nice.
Okay, all right. I am going to stop the recording and run away.
Oh, not good, is it?
No, so we'll be back next week, and it's April, so there will be new instructions and a new link for next month.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
I'm
you.
just. Oh heck, it's still recording.